Remember when we first started dating, and I kept joking about how it'd be at least 4 years before we got engaged, and now it's coming up in 4 years.
Oh, it's definitely coming.
It's definitely coming.
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home.
Welcome back to Wild Til 9.
Wow.
Where the neon sign still isn't on and the replacement one is still underneath the storage cabinet.
On the floor. So Jeremy has been purging the entire day.
Purging.
And it's been very impressive.
And by purging, we do not mean bodily.
Huh?
Purge, to purge?
To purge?
To throw up?
Oh, when I think of purge, for whatever reason, my first thought association with the word purge is the movie.
The Purge?
The Purge. And then second thought association would be to get rid of all my shit.
Maria Kondo.
Yeah, to Marie Kondo that ass.
And surprise guest, me.
Marie Kondo.
Have you ever watched her stuff?
No, because here's the thing about being a borderline hoarder is that everything sparks joy. And I like to keep everything.
So, and I have not watched it either, and I'm not a hoarder. And I definitely would not pass a lie detector test if someone was like, when Lauren's gone, do you ever take the opportunity to throw a bunch of shit away that she's not gonna remember that you threw away? Because the answer is yes.
I know, I saw you threw out, so I have this one specific shopping bag of my reusable shopping bags.
Oh my God.
And it's one of the reusable ones you bring with you to the grocery store every time. And it's got the 6 little drink compartments. And so when I buy big sparkling waters, some nice old grocery store man gave me one for free. And so I bring it with me every time. And I saw you throw it out the other day.
I threw it away.
I know.
You know,
I saw it.
You know where it was?
In the garage.
On the floor.
In the garage.
On the floor.
In the garage.
Yeah. Lauren is a mess.
Jeremy is also a mess.
No, we both have messy tendencies.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I would say we are actually pretty evenly matched.
We're even killed.
With, I think, is the key to a successful relationship.
Right, because if I was, this is not the topic we're going to talk about today, but it's probably the most important topic. You have to match the other person's quirk, weird, or whatever it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you guys are on the same page, you can probably make it work. Two serial killers could probably make it work together.
Right. Or
actually, that might be the one that it doesn't match.
My Aura ring just said that bedtime's approaching. It is 8:30 p.m. and that is the most accurate Wild Til 9 moment that I've seen in a while.
Brought to you by Aura Ring.
By Aura Ring.
Without
which
a
I would
sponsorship.
love a sponsor.
But no, isn't that kind of like have you ever heard that the question of would a serial killer actually be perfect with another serial killer?
I mean, I think we saw that literally play out in the show You.
Oh, well, spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally what it was.
Ooh,
and
do you think you've ever met a serial killer? In real life?
Probably. I feel like chances are you've probably crossed paths with one.
I think we've crossed paths with someone who's murdered someone. I don't know if you've crossed paths with a serial
killer.
murder.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, I'm sure statistics would say that you've crossed paths with someone who's killed someone.
Definitely.
Just
definitely.
Murders.
Well, you would definitely have.
What?
Did you have a story in high school where someone died?
Oh my God. Yeah. I did. I
so
did.
You literally, yes. The answer is yes.
I know them. I know them.
And I grew up in Rockford, Illinois. So the answer is yes.
The answer is also yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not the way I wanted to start the pod.
I was going to say, wow, morbid start to the pod.
Okay, but on a bright note, we are about to do travel. And we just got back from travel. And the only way that we're going to be able to survive is an emphasis on organization. No?
Yes. I think that you and I have two different approaches. So, and also, you know what I was just saying? So, Jeremy and I just got back from Vegas. We're going to Miami for work this weekend. The weekend after is Coachella. And then weekend after is a wedding in New Orleans.
Yes.
And okay, so we're going to dive into all of this because this is a whack ass month.
Followed by jury duty.
That's right. Yeah, jury duty. That's right.
Just let me jump off the bridge now. I couldn't want to do that less.
Jury duty might be a little vacation for you.
There's no world where jury duty is a vacation for me.
What I was going to say though is that I was talking to my mom today about how literally a month ago, February, March, and beginning of April is when I was barely making it by as a human. Remember my anxiety was so bad
a
year ago. Yeah, a year ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
to the year. So I say to the day or to the month or whatever.
Maybe, I don't know.
To the year in 2021 at this time last year, I
Yeah.
couldn't leave the house to go to like Remy's house to record a podcast. Like it is so crazy like where my anxiety has gone from then until now to being able to travel, like get on a plane for the most part 4 weekends in a row is crazy. It is
Get on top of tables and
absolutely
dance
crazy.
in Vegas.
crazy.
Literally. That's what you're doing.
I wasn't quite on the table. I was more on like the side of like the booth.
You
but
were perched.
I was perched.
You were elevated.
I was elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaking
Yeah.
your little booty
Shake my little booty.
to some
Like one does. To a little
Cascade.
Animals by Martin Garrix.
Afrojack. Martin Garrix.
Oh, that was day 2 of the trip.
I combine them. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
The point is, you're doing great.
I know.
I haven't even thought about worrying about your
Yeah.
inability to get on to a normal transportation device in a while. And I was definitely on the proactive, I don't think she's going to be able to do that a year ago.
Oh, I couldn't do anything a year ago.
What do you think the switch was?
One, fixing the chemical imbalance when I swapped over to a different medication. Like a lot of the times the mental health stuff just literally boils down to having a chemical imbalance. And it is so shitty, the process of trial and error to like figure that out. But I think a major key component for me was finding the right medication. But then also like, I don't want to discredit the work that I put in through therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I busted ass every single week. I wrote down everything my therapist said. I referred back to it. And like, I have so many notes. And like that therapist straight up changed my life. Oh my God. Like single-handedly, this one man, Dr. D, that therapist straight up changed my life. And like the things that I learned working with him through like CBT and like carrying that through the rest of everything, for some reason, working with him, everything just like clicked. And I am a much higher functioning, anxious human now.
Still anxious.
Still
but
anxious,
functioning.
but functioning. Yes, exactly.
I think everyone has their the thing that they lean towards. But you know, if you can figure out how to function, that's cool.
Oh yeah. We are out here functioning.
And I'm still perfect.
Still perfect. Still perfect.
No, but like you've been doing great, and I'm not worried about that being the reason why one of these trips is not a success.
Yeah. And so what I was gonna say is that I feel like you in between travel, like to get super organized. And like that's how you're gonna prosper best, like
Yep.
while we yo-yo between being home and being away.
Yep.
Whereas my priorities I think are a little different. Like cause I have a lot of Marie Kondoing to do in this household. I really do. But like I have mentally put that on the back burner until we get back from our last travel because like I don't want to open that can of worms, let half the worms out and then have to slam the lid and like accidentally chop a worm in half and it's gonna be like a messy situation. And so like I don't want to open the can of worms until I can safely exit all worms.
Well, I think you can do it.
That was tough.
Take 2.
That was tough.
You're definitely I am a creature of habit because my mother I feel like would organize. Actually, she was very very just like schedule at the end of like even every week. She cleaned the house every week, every week to the point where I'm like you didn't need to dust that corner.
But you just have
before
to
you went-
dust on Tuesdays.
Right. And
Yeah.
the point is she loved to do those things, and when I come back to a nightmare of a mess, and I just left the airport.
Yeah.
My brain is not in a good place. So it's like I have to like get everything in its place, take care of it all. So that way when like the nightmare and the tornado comes back home, it can easily be put into like okay, everything's already organized though, so it's okay. Or if I just don't have time and I'm going to pass out and like go to work the next day, last thing I want is a nightmare on top of another nightmare.
Right. Like your laundry's already done.
Yep.
You're a fresh start on like the laundry hampers.
Huge.
Yeah. And whereas like I'm already packed. And like that's one of like my organization things that I have to do before I can like start feeling mentally and physically ready to go. I'm already packed. And a lot of my work stuff is already taken care of. The house is a nightmare. So for you, that kind of sucks because like that's not high on the priority list. But like my personal priorities are pretty taken care of right now.
But like if I come back and go into nightmare mode,
Yeah.
my stuff is clean and out of your way. So it should not be a problem for you to like, okay, I want to go organize my side of the house now,
Yeah.
which is half the battle.
Which is
Like,
literally half the
But
battle.
like when you're trudging through my shit and vice versa, it can only get so clean.
Yeah, it really can.
And right now you need to trudge through your own shit.
It's not bad. I would say all the common areas are pretty good. I've got like one explosion happening where all my accessories are. That's a major explosion.
Yeah.
I've got an explosion in my office, but oh my God, great news. Big moment. I'm getting the credenza delivered from CB2 that I ordered in November.
Okay.
Very exciting. It was supposed to get delivered last week. Something fell through. And Thursday's a new day. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. This is the missing piece though for me to be able to finish
Wait, what credenza for your office?
for my office.
So we can get that in there and then we'll start it all over
And
again.
we'll start all over again.
Great. It's like a fun
Okay,
game.
you got to admit, I have never used that room more than I have in the last 3 months.
Correct. But you've also been more productive on new ventures and things that probably shouldn't be started from slouching over the cloud couch in the last 3 months as well.
Okay, but I think this is the one. I've said that a lot of times, but I do think this is the one. So anyways, my last organizational piece is coming on Thursday, fingers crossed. And so that I can finally put like a few of like the random boxes that are still in the corner of that room away. That's a Marie Kondo situation. The accessories. There's also a few drawers in the house
Yeah.
that are one of those drawers where you just stuff a whole bunch of shit in and then slam the door
You
closed.
do a lot of that.
Oh man, I got a few drawers like that just
You got a few dozen.
need. That is absolutely untrue.
I think you have a dozen.
A dozen?
And I will challenge you after this. Actually, I'll take a wager. I bet you have a dozen drawers in this house that you've done that to.
But like, what counts as one drawer? Like, okay, so like I have a sock drawer that's happening to right now.
Okay, socks.
Yeah.
Total. I would be concerned if you were organizing where you put your socks. Especially when you wear boo-boo socks like you do.
I don't wear boo-boo
You wear
socks.
boo-boo socks.
You know what? Bombas. We would love another sponsor because I would love some more Bombas socks.
I love Bombas, and I've almost replaced half. I've replaced at least half of my inventory of socks with Bombas socks.
Bombas socks are so good.
Probably 3/4. You wear boo-boo socks all the time.
I wear boo-boo socks.
Yeah.
I know.
And anyone's wondering what boo-boo socks are. The $3 socks that I don't think they...
You get them at Forever 21. It's the Forever 21 socks that have the cutest patterns on, but they get holes in them after about 1.5 wears. Those are boo-boo socks. I will say, whenever it's like a Bombas sock day, I'm like, oh, today's gonna be a good day. Like I save my Bombas socks for specific days.
I will take my Bombas socks off if I'm going to even walk on the concrete 3 steps because I wouldn't want to hurt them.
Oh, no, you can. You
Yeah.
could never hurt the Bombas socks. No.
Well, I would feel like it's irresponsible.
This is the best Bombas ad that we've ever done that we are not getting paid for.
My point is this, Bombas, I love you. I'm wearing you currently. I wear you often.
I'm wearing boo-boo socks because all my Bombas socks are dirty.
You wear boo-boo when the Bombas are dirty.
I wear boo-boo when the Bombas is
I get
dirty.
it. Another store that I'm absolutely obsessed with for 1,000 reasons is the Container Store is getting our lives together right now.
I love the Container.
Is the Container Store in Canada?
No. I know.
Oh, I think they would thrive there.
I think the Container. Whoa, the
okay.
Container Store.
We'll do it again.
I think the Container Store could thrive literally anywhere.
Can it ship to Canada?
I don't know.
I see. That's the
You know
thing.
what though? So much has changed since I moved to the States. When I lived in Canada, you couldn't ship shit to Canada. It was brutal. So we actually had an address in the States.
Allegedly.
We allegedly had an address in the States. A totally legal company.
You just have it like forwarded to you then? Or you have to go pick it up?
No, I had to go pick it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Why don't you just do like a forwarding address?
I don't think you can because of customs and the border.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When I lived in Canada, it
And
was
I'm proud to
hard
be
as
in
shit.
America.
Like
Yeah,
unless there was like a .ca version of a store that was just like made for Canada.
.ca.
A .ca version like Topshop.ca or whatever.
You know, Americans are filled with people who think far too highly of themselves. But I will say, when you grow up in a world where the international code is 1 and every website ever is .com and the World Wide Web is in the .com or like kind of just doing that, you grow up in this world where you think that that's like, oh, well, I just never thought about needing another code besides 1 or not .com. What would it be?
I've had this conversation with so many Americans, I feel like.
Well, I mean, I don't know what day it hit me and I was like, wait.
Tillies, we are big Gail fans around here, big Mom DIY fans.
Big Mom DIY fans.
Big Mom DIY fans. And every time she comes to visit, I find myself learning something new about our family or her life. And it's an entirely new story that I've never heard before. And it got me thinking about what other stories I may not know. And that's why StoryWorth has been so incredible for our family and for Mom DIY.
StoryWorth is an online service that helps you and your loved ones connect through sharing stories and memories, and it preserves them for years to come. Every week, StoryWorth emails your mom a thought-provoking question of your choice from a vast pool of possible options.
So some of the examples I chose were, what personal expectations do you hold yourself to?
Aw.
What are the things you think you could not live without? And
Did anything come to mind?
So cute. And I really enjoyed reading my mom's answers to those questions.
Did she mention anything about
You actually haven't come up in the answers
Weird.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
crazy.
And was Moose there?
Moose is definitely some of the answers.
And
Moose
were you there?
I'm in the answers.
Weird.
Moose and I are in
Did
the
you
answers.
listen to the whole question? The whole answer?
Yeah, the whole answer I did. I did.
Okay, we'll circle back with that.
So after 1 year, StoryWorth compiles all those questions and stories, including photos, into a beautiful keepsake book the whole family can share for generations. So when we have kids or kid or Moose, which is not anytime soon, people, then I can share her stories with them.
Give all the moms in your life a meaningful gift you'll both cherish for years. StoryWorth. Right now, for a limited time, you'll save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/wildtil9. That's StoryWorth.com/wildtil9 to save $10 on your first purchase. Storyworth.com/wildtil9.
You know what the most common conversation is? Is that like when the rest of the world, we've talked about this before, is on Celsius and meters.
I'm not going to stick up for that one.
Yeah.
The imperial system.
Like the rest of the world.
It seems like an angsty teen who made up an idea and was like, no. I'm going to stick to this.
Yeah.
And then it became a joke that never really went away. And now we have to remember that there's 12 inches in a foot and God only knows how many pints in a liter and a this and a that. Stupid.
Wait, who do you think is the angsty teen? Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. Fahrenheit's for sure the angsty teen who wants to do it their way.
The only good argument for Fahrenheit that I've heard is that the whole 0 to 100 thing is indicative of like how it would feel. Like 0 is too cold.
Okay.
100 is too hot.
Except for 0 is freezing. You can't argue the logic there. In Celsius.
32 is freezing.
Right. But I'm saying is that like...
I'm not saying that Celsius is not better. What I am saying is that's the only argument for Fahrenheit of like, okay, well, 100, too hot, 0, too cold. Okay, I get it. By the way, I think it's great that we can adjust our little dial on the thermostat a little bit more exact than Celsius.
Sure.
You still don't speak Celsius.
Fahrenheit,
It's
you
like
mean?
that. It's like a foreign language to you.
No, I have a general idea that like I know that my favorite temperature is like about 75.
Okay.
I don't know what that is in Celsius, but like I know that like 82 is like kind of warm. I know freezing is 32.
Okay.
I
What's
know
boiling water?
boiling water is
Oh, I can already tell this is wrong.
132.
Very close, except for it's 212.
212 is boiling water? Yeah. Oh my God, I was not even close. And then it's just all so confusing because then like when you get into the negatives of Fahrenheit and then we eventually cross paths in the negatives of
Took me
Celsius.
high five. Yeah.
It's very confusing. Boiling is 212?
I didn't make it up, okay?
I guess that makes sense. It's like I've felt what 130 degrees feels like and I did not
boil.
So
Yeah. Although it sure feels like you're going to.
Yeah, 100%. Huh.
Well, now that we've covered everything that no one cared about, congratulations to the Grammys for starting and ending without any fights.
Yeah.
Were there fights?
I'm trying to think. I'm getting just like memes mixed up from like past years.
Yeah.
I'm getting memes mixed up from the Oscars.
Also, shout out to two major Tillies, Travis and Chloe. Congrats on your engagement or wedding or whatever it is.
Was I tagged in that?
Chloe or Courtney? Who's Travis Barker dating?
Oh my God. I thought you were talking about actual Tillies. Courtney.
They are Tillies.
Courtney and Travis.
Yeah, Courtney and Travis.
Uncultured fuck.
They're big Tillies. Congrats on the wedding.
They got married in Vegas after the Grammys.
What's funny is while we were on our ride back to the airport, we looked over at the chapel and we're like, and the people we were with were like, should we pull over and stop? And we didn't, but we could have also gotten married right next to them.
Yeah. Oh my God. My mom, Gail, would love nothing more.
A Vegas chapel, really? I don't think there's got to be a line.
Does it get her one step closer to grandkids?
Yes.
The answer is yes then.
But yeah, I guess.
Yeah. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Does it get her one step closer to grandchild?
Yeah. Remember when we first started dating and I kept joking about how it'd be at least 4 years before we got engaged? And now it's coming up in 4 years.
I believed you. I don't know if my mom didn't, but I believed you.
She hasn't pulled me aside yet in person and said, what the fuck yet? But I think it's coming.
Oh, it's definitely coming.
It's definitely coming. I think I have until like Christmas.
They're coming. Yeah. Well, we're going home in June, so maybe till June.
Christmas. Yeah. Nothing feels warm and fuzzy in holidays like when the fuck are you going to marry my daughter?
Right. So I feel like why save that for the warm and fuzzy Christmas time than when it's like actually scorching hot out and you're already in like Hades hell.
But maybe she'll bring it up in June. We don't know. We don't know. It'll be fun.
Oh, it's so fun. I hope I'm not in the room for it.
Well, do we think we'll get engaged first or will our parents meet first?
I think we'll get engaged first.
I think so too.
I genuinely think so. I think because your mom also is so adverse to traveling anywhere.
Yeah.
I think there would have been a much higher chance of like any kind of paths crossing, even on like some kind of joint vacation or like passing through or like literally anything if your mom was more friendly with travel.
I realized today as I was talking to my mom about our Vegas trip that we'll need to somehow figure out how to obviously win the lottery so that we can also fly private so that my mother can fly with us places.
Okay, but remember we talked about how you can hire a flying companion?
Yeah, so my mother, like many people, has flying travel anxiety. But my mother lived at a time where anxiety didn't exist. So it's just, and like she admits that she has anxiety, but certainly not to the point where she's going to seek medical help over it. So it's like, she's aware that she doesn't like it. She doesn't want to do it because she doesn't like it. And that's kind of the end of the situation.
Right.
We're working on it. But when I suggested, I was like, hey, why don't I buy a travel companion who just shows up and you get in the car with them and they basically, are with you the whole way.
They take care of all the logistics.
You go all the way.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like a personal assistant to that day.
No, you know what it literally is? Is like there's those companies that will fly puppies across the country or whatever to its new home. That's like, Donna is the puppy.
It's an emotional support human.
It's an emotional support human.
It's what I am to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Sometimes you bully me at the airport, though.
I'm not the most cheery person at the
Jeremy
airport.
is the worst form of himself at the airport. The literal worst form.
My patience for people in the airport is at an all-time low, I will say. Like, if I kept that level of patience in my normal 9 to 5, I'd be unemployed.
Single, no friends, unemployed.
No one enjoyed me. I'd like to think that I'm an efficient traveler, and I think that everyone should be well studied before they get to the airport and know the do's and don'ts. And I know that's not realistic, and I know that I'm an asshole for it. I know it's a fault of mine, it's a problem, but I go to great lengths to go and get all of the clearances so that I can just breeze through global entry or do as little security as possible or just go into and when I feel like when I'm like unnecessary blockers are put in my way, my patience at 4:45 in the morning is not something that I would write home to mom about.
I got news for you.
I know, I'm not. This is my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault.
There will always be a bitch that's got a full-size water bottle in their bag. There will always be that bitch. And there's always going to be that family that's got 14 iPads for their iPad babies all packed away.
My frustration is usually when I'm with you and you've removed my TSA pre-check from me and I'm in the general line after we've already been there for 45 minutes longer than I would have. And there's a water bottle every other person.
I know, okay, but the immigration situation is that I can't get a lot of like those pre-check situations. So I am as efficient as possible because I know Jeremy's patience also wears thin. Like when I roll up to security, my shoes are off, my water bottle is empty, I've got my electronics out already. Like I am ready for
Babe, you're
business.
not the problem. You're great.
I know.
You're great.
I work.
If you could just
Also, because I'm stuck with you for the entire day. So it's like if you're crabby because of some bitch with her water bottle or some man with an iPad, I pay the price. So I am on my best behavior.
I will say though, I'm not someone who's rude to the airline staff.
No, you're rude to me.
But no, that drives me fucking crazy when people are being mean to people who are just trying to do their job. I assure you, no one across the counter is like, I can't wait to ruin this person's day and make them 3 hours delayed so that they can sit here and stare at me for 3 more hours. They don't want that. They want you to leave.
I feel like airline people probably get the worst of it. Oh my God.
I've heard like the flight attendants, if they're not like actually flying,
yes,
it doesn't count. They're not getting paid for it. They're just sitting there waiting to get paid.
Right.
I cannot believe that's legal.
If you're a flight attendant, please let us know.
Yeah, do we have flight attendant Tillies?
I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do.
That's fun. I would like to hear about any flight attendant Tillies and any horror stories, please.
Oh my God, yeah, that's so fun.
Can you imagine?
You know what? I've actually been on the Reddit forum of like flight attendant.
There's tea, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure there's tea. Wait, should I find some?
Yes.
Oh my God, this is not where we thought this podcast was going to go. Okay, so a lot of these on Reddit are either like 14 pages long or all of these answers are like not a flight attendant, but not, which is super helpful.
Like there's one qualifier here. Be a flight attendant.
Okay, so a lot of the common denominators here, I wasn't able to pull since obviously we didn't prep for this. I didn't pull like anything crazy. Lots of stories of people having unexpected babies on flights.
Oh. Can't you like not fly in the 3rd trimester?
Okay, so this one had a very pregnant woman who was en route to deliver at a different hospital in the last 2 weeks of her pregnancy. You must be allowed to travel in your last trimester because this lady was pregnant.
That or she just was trying to pull a fast one and did not realize that was a bad idea for her and her alone.
Unfortunately, her baby wasn't waiting. Halfway through the trip, she goes into labor. They moved first class back 1 row, so they had room. Luckily, the flight had a shock trauma cardiothoracic surgeon.
Put 150 people together. Someone's got some skills.
I think one of our nurse friends, I think it was Maggie, was on a flight. Was it Maggie?
Yeah. I think I remember her saying something about this.
When there was a medical emergency and there was not a doctor on board. And I don't know what the statistics are, but I think a lot of the time there is a doctor on board. Yeah. And I think that she was the most qualified person on the plane.
Poor Maggie, who is probably fully qualified, but is so anxious and nervous. And like, I feel like when she's not in nurse mode, doesn't want to be in nurse mode, right?
Well, also she like works with kids and stuff, and she like is very specific and like what she does now. Like, she's like
honed her pediatric oncology?
Yeah, she's like exactly. Right. So it's like which
of course probably have to have a lot of knowledge up there in the brain.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, of course.
Like, why is this random person convulsing? I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So this person had a baby. She had twins on the flight.
Oh, good. Double the
which
fun.
is wild.
So if you successfully do that, does the airline just have to give you like status for next year just for fun? Or do they ban you for not, obeying the rules?
I don't think she broke the rules.
Got it.
I really don't think she broke the rules.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got?
I feel like they have to get free. It's like, wait, actually, does the first baby of the year get anything? You know how it's always like a big deal when the first baby of like the new year is born? Do they get anything?
Yeah.
Or was that only in a movie where there was like a
I've heard of this.
fight
I think it was like the first baby of the millennium.
to get something?
Yes. The first millennial got their
whatever college paid for or something like that.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, what else you got?
Another one, how frequently flights have to make emergency landings for passengers who have anaphylactic reactions from people eating peanuts or seafood near them.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, when are we going to take the nuts off the plane?
I have never understood how someone can exist when they have like a severe allergy where they can't even smell. You know what I mean? Like they can't be like in the same vicinity as like a peanut or like a shellfish or something like that. Like that seems like really hard to exist. Like in the most like simple and plain out way. Like it feels, because you can only control like what you eat, and like obviously you probably wouldn't walk into a bar that like serves raw peanuts in a bucket.
What's this the fast food place or the sit down ish restaurant where there's just peanut shells all over the floor? That's a thing somewhere.
I mean, I went to a handful of them growing up.
Really?
Oh my God,
eating nuts, just throwing shells.
Yes, and you throw them on the ground. And it was so fun as a kid because you would stomp on the shells.
Got it, yeah.
And it was like crunchy leaves, but crunchy
Seems like
peanuts.
a Canadian thing that actually trickled down to America.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We're not like known for our peanuts or something though. Like,
got it. You imagine just syrup all over the floor. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I know. It's like, I feel like you're thinking of maybe beavers and not squirrels.
Huh.
We have beavers.
A lot of beavers?
A lot of beavers.
Okay.
A lot of beavers.
Got it. All right. Well, I mean, also coming from the girl who, if you look at a dessert, it has almonds in it, but you're really interested in it, you'll just pick the almonds out and hope to God you don't swallow one.
Okay, it took me a whole bag of raw almonds to have a really high
raw
almonds. A whole bag of raw almonds.
You were just munching on raw almonds? Munching and gnawing? Nunchin?
Yeah. Almonds are delicious. I wish, oh my God, they're so good. They're like meaty. Yeah. I love it. It makes me so sad that I can't eat them. And like, here's the thing is that there are so many almond-based things that I would love to try.
You remind me often.
Yeah, I would love to try because I really think, and my allergist said this, he's like, but like, maybe don't give this a shot because like, here's your EpiPen, as I'm walking out the door.
Yeah, your EpiPens are like 3 years expired.
Oh, it for sure is. It's super expired.
Can you just like order new ones?
I think I'd probably have to get the prescription renewed.
Got it. That seems like something you should be able to just order.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That and
because it's not like you're getting high off of the
like that and insulin. I feel like should be on Amazon Prime.
Well, maybe it is. I wonder if I can. I'm gonna look. You can get everything. If you can get a tattoo gun on Amazon, there's a high chance you can get an EpiPen on Amazon.
It's true.
What I was gonna say though is that I didn't realize that macarons are made from almond powder or almonds flour. Sorry. No, is it almond powder? One of the two. Anyways,
I'm not very well versed in this topic.
It's based with almond powder, I think. And I've been eating those forever. And I didn't realize that those were almond powder based. So I think that there's a world. So like I would never try almond milk because that's made from like a straight up almond. But like when things have almond butter in them, almond flour in them.
Can we get on to the Mile High Club stories?
Oh, there was a bunch of those actually.
Yeah. So that's a bucket list item of mine. And
the bathrooms are so disgusting on planes. I don't know in what world.
All right, fine.
Holds any.
What if we fly on Emirates? Well, if we fly on Emirates and we're flagship first class, I think we just have a bedroom.
You have a literal bedroom, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But that's not as fun.
Flight attendant confessions.
Like, I don't want to, the only reason I would not want to do it is because I would not want to disturb others on the plane.
Oh my God, this person is writing a porno on here. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. This is like, feels like Wattpad.
And if anyone's interested in Lauren's response to that, her lack of responce to that is a great indicator.
Exactly how I feel about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it's a thing. We were just talking about this, and I've heard this on literally like 5+ podcasts about how boners and high altitude are linked.
Potentially.
Should I Google that?
Yeah.
I feel like okay, wait. Is it?
You don't need to Google it. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I have a penis and I've seen altitude. And
I have felt altitude. High altitude and erections.
Over here walking like I have a limp. Yeah. No, it's a thing.
Oh, because air is thinner at altitude, it causes blood pressure to rise. Oh, which can cause exhaustion, shortness of breath, disorientation, heart palpitations, and erections. Oh my God, this article, Why Climbing Mount Everest Gives People Weird Boners.
Got it. So Colorado, great place to be horny.
Wow.
Okay. Back to our scheduled program.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about Vegas.
Go ahead.
So guys, I'm so excited to recap all of our travels. Like, I feel like we have weekend things and then we come immediately home and get to recap what we did to tell you guys everything the tea. We get to spill the tea with you.
We're going to go and have an extravagant 6 weeks of travel to the most, just far enough place away that it's still realistic so that we can have things to talk about always.
Maybe not that much, but okay. Yes,
okay, got it.
yes.
Go on.
So Vegas, we left on a Friday, came back on a Sunday, and that felt like the longest 48 hours of my fucking life. We did so much. And I slept a decent amount. Jeremy, on the other hand, did not sleep as much. So
anyway, we went to Vegas for a friend's birthday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was like the whole point of us going to Vegas. We were just like, let's go to Vegas. But we timed it unstrategically, but excitedly strategically. Grammys weekend.
Right, and so the day that we flew out was the day of the Grammys.
Yeah, well, we flew back with the Grammys.
Yeah, flew out of Vegas back to LA.
Flew back. You'd fly out to Vegas and fly back to LA.
Yeah.
Right.
Flew out of Vegas into LA.
Sure.
Okay, so
same page.
And again, I don't know how to put this in a way that is normal. But our friend whose birthday it was, his family owns multiple jets.
Well, several.
And she
normal. Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. That's all I got.
As I was recapping to my mother and I walked her through this, we kind of wanted to like know how and why. And I go, Mom, if I knew how and why we acquire jets, I'd have them.
Right. My dad was so excited. My dad is loves planes, trains, and automobiles kind of guy.
He would like to just take a few more laps around, see how it works, what's going on.
Oh yeah. The amount of submarines that I've been on.
Submarines?
Yeah. Like submarine tours, because Greg loves a good submarine tour.
I would have a hard time with a submarine tour, I think.
Didn't love the submarine tour.
I'm too tall for submarines.
You are much too tall for submarines. Are made for 5'2" Gale.
Yeah.
I'm the max height.
She thrives in submarines.
Yeah. But anyway, so we were on the jet and I was taking all these pictures and videos for my dad because I was like, I know he's going to geek out.
This is adorable.
Yeah.
And did he?
Oh yeah, he loved it. He was so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And so much smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Sure.
This is going to sound so dumb, but it is so crazy. I guess when you don't think about the mechanics of how a plane works when you're up in the sky with 300 other people.
Right.
But when you're up in the sky with 5 other people, you're like, oh my God, I'm in a little flying metal tube right now. And I am very high in the sky.
I was a little shocked you didn't have any problems.
I've been in a smaller plane before.
Really?
Yeah, in Toronto, there's this company that I forget what they do, but anyway, I did a promotional thing for them where it was like a smaller plane than the one that we were in, and it was for taking photos. It was for like a promotional thing for a photo taking experience. Oh, we went up.
Got it.
I was like unwell on the way down.
Was it not like a comfortable small plane?
I was taking photos, so it was like I was like posing
Distracted?
weird and distracted, but also sitting backwards.
Have I seen these pictures?
No, I don't think you have.
I don't love sitting backwards on planes.
Okay, and that was my other thing is that like, so when I was in Toronto, you take the train a lot, and so that was the first time that I ever like sat backwards going in a direction on like public transit. But going up and tilting in weird directions, being backwards, I don't know if that's for me.
Takeoff's not my favorite for sitting backwards.
Not for me.
But I would prefer me sit backwards and go through that than have you sit backwards. So I did it both times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for me.
It's not, no. It is not for you.
It is not for me. No. And also like when you hit a little bump of turbulence and your little small metal tube, whoa, it feels much different. Turbulence is not something that bothers me whatsoever on like a real flight. Like I don't get anxious thinking about turbulence.
Well, the problem is it's not, when you're in that small of a plane, the turbulence is also accompanied by like the warning sign that you hear the pilot get at the same time. So you're just like,
there's a ding that goes off.
What?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
You know what it does? It's like such an abrupt little drop when you hit any kind of turbulence. You know when you go in a drop zone, that stomach feeling of like your stomach coming out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and for a guy, your nuts, your stomach, and everything else come out your mouth. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about feeling that in your nuts.
Well, your balls in your throat feel like they're about 2 inches apart.
Oh my God. I never even thought about that.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I have.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like I think about the feeling of like, it feels like.
As far as I'm concerned, they go up there.
They do. Yeah. So your nuts are in your throat.
Right.
Yeah.
What about chest?
Okay.
I don't want to be
up. They're sharing space with your lungs.
Yeah. They're commingling.
So, I mean, it was the most luxurious once in a lifetime type of thing.
Once in a lifetime? No.
No. Luxury that we got to experience. And it was very fun.
I can't wait to go to our parents.
Oh my God. There's a bigger one.
A couple bigger ones.
Crazy.
Bedroom.
Crazy. A whole bedroom.
Huge. That's crazy.
But guess what? Aren't you super excited for the luxury of a red eye tomorrow night? A red eye with a layover at 4 a.m.
So when you book a flight to Miami the week of, and it's like Nerdfest 2022, all of them are gone.
You know what I ordered? So excited! It's coming tomorrow, right before our flight. I ordered a new neck pillow, and I have been on the search for a good neck pillow for many, many years. And
I'm genuinely the only reason that people think still buy neck pillows is because none of them were actually good, and they keep hoping that the next one's going to be good.
This next one is gonna be good.
Remember the time you spent like hundreds of dollars on like the weird.
No, it was like $60. It's called the ostrich pillow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm about to do though? So this is the same brand. So the ostrich pillow is the one that's like basically a soft pillow scuba hat or scuba helmet that goes over your head, and it's got the hole in the front.
Yes.
And the holes in the sides for you to put your hands in. I am one flight away from committing to that because it looks very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Because the ones that are just like a U.
You know, I can't speak to you or like pretend like we know each other if you're speaking to me out of like a submarine helmet.
I'm going to hold your hand the entire time.
No, I will rebook our tickets so that they're on the other side of the plane. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
And then have Lauren do that thing where she looks over just longingly. Why won't anyone switch with me? Yeah. It's like it's her and Moose.
So anyways, this one, you charge it beforehand. It's got the warmies. It's got a heating effect. And also it's got little neck massagers in the back of it. I think it was $45, which may be an indication that it's not going to be great, but I am very excited to give it a shot.
Yes.
You know what? When I'm toasty warm with a well-slept, flexible neck at the end of our very excessively long flight journey tomorrow to get down to Miami.
We're going to be getting our frequent flyers tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And it just sucks when you have a layover and you're going in the wrong direction for a little bit.
We're going just to Chicago to then go to Orlando.
To down.
Because that was the best route we could
That
take.
was literally the best option. And like I usually, like red eyes are not my preference.
You asked for it.
I know.
Anyway, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
I mean, when you go 3 hours ahead too, it's just like something you just got to do.
And so when's the last time you were in Miami?
I was in Miami probably 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's been years for me.
It's been years.
It's going to be fun.
Oh no, I'm super excited.
We
didn't even cover Vegas. We keep skipping over Vegas. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk about the highlights. Okay. So night 1, we went to the club.
We went to the club.
We went to the club.
That might have been the clubbiest club we have ever been to together.
It might be the clubbiest club we've ever been to.
I mean, it's hard to out club Vegas.
You can't out club Vegas.
It's like the whole point, right?
And also, like, if we go to the club again this weekend in Miami, like, those will be the 2 clubbiest clubs that we will do back to back.
You might, Lauren, visit one of my favorite establishments in the whole world this weekend.
Can't wait.
You're going to love it. But I won't tell anybody until after we go.
I think our Miami locals are piecing things together quickly right now.
Code for you. We'll see. It'll be fun.
So we went to the club and we were a guest of someone else who had gotten a table, and like this guy was like a big wig. Like when we were like, oh, we're with
We were the least cool people there by 7 miles.
Oh my God, I know.
By the way, the best place to be, the least cool person. Everyone wants to be the coolest person. No. You want to be the least cool person at the cool person table.
Yes, 100%.
Like us, like, hey, what's up?
Yes.
No, I got the band. They're like, who are you? Who did you steal this from? Like, no, I'm with them. They're like, you can stay.
Yeah.
That was us.
And
hi guys.
Clubs are open until 4 a.m. in Vegas.
Yes.
I think I'm just so used to like Toronto and LA where things close and like shut down at 2 that like anytime like Vegas and New York when shit's open so late, I'm like, I am not built for this.
Miami doesn't close, I don't think.
I am also not built for that. I am truly not built for that.
Well, I learned this weekend, as we'll carry on, that I also am not built for that either. I just, the amount of effort it takes to go out back to back to back.
Yeah.
Not interested. It's not for me.
Not interested. And even if I was interested, not capable.
I don't want to do it anymore.
You know what my thing is that I've learned over the years, and I wish that I had embraced this earlier on, is that when I'm ready to leave, I just take my ass home. I am an independent woman with an Uber app. And when I want to go home, I just take my ass home. And
Lauren only had 7 guys fall in love with her on the route from leaving the club to actually getting into the Uber, which is great.
I didn't love that part. That part was not great. And I like tagged along to like a nice looking couple and just like, I don't know. I don't
you did what like my mom told me to do when I was 4. If you get lost, go find a nice couple. She didn't say couple. She'd go find a nice woman and just stand next to her. I was like, okay, mom, because men are bad.
That's literally what I did. That is literally what I did.
I'm surprised like I didn't like come out like of a child like, okay, because men aren't trustworthy, but women are. Oh wait, I'm a guy. I mean, like she would literally tell me, if you ever get lost, you just go find a nice lady. You just go find a woman and she's gonna take care of you. I'm like, okay, thank you, mommy. And I left, and that's been my MO ever since.
Ever since.
And you were the nice woman that took care of me.
That is so nice.
That was so nice.
That is so nice. So I don't think this couple knew that I was like kind of trailing them.
Yeah.
But I had a few guys make a few passes at me, and I was like,
heavens to Betsy.
Fuck away from me. And so anyway, so took my ass home, and it was great. And then you came home like 2 hours later, and I had already logged 2 hours of sleep. My Aura sleep app was thriving.
It was saying, hey, and it woke up.
You are in REM.
And I came in and then I took you out of REM for a moment.
Yeah.
And then you went back to REM.
And it's, you know what? The Ring is actually a great, like looking at the app, I can always like see exactly when you came to bed.
Yeah. It tracks when the Jeremy participation joined the bedroom.
Right. Like this morning when you woke up and were announcing that you were going to go get some Cheerios and I was still asleep and had another hour to go. I can see exactly where that was on my app.
Well, you know, it's accurate.
It really is.
Well,
it truly is.
Every once in a while, like Lauren and I will, whatever reason, just like in the middle of the night, just like, I'm not sleepy. And we just love to announce that to each other. And this morning was my turn.
It was.
Yeah. It's actually usually more me announcing to her that I'm not tired. But every once in a while, you do the same.
I would say on the flip side, mine is I'm feeling snacky.
Yes.
And yours is I'm not tired.
And it's leavy yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we'll do until we die.
Until we die.
Yeah.
So yeah, the club was fun. And you know what? I do much better if I'm like, I'm going to commit to having a great time for like 2 hours. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right.
And it was fun. I had a great time. I feel so bad for Martin Garrix. That man has played the song Animals for the last 6 years. Probably
was a banger,
twice a week.
Still a banger.
Once
will be a banger.
Always a banger. I had a great time.
I don't think I realized how much I'm like not against EDM music until I'm listening to it at a club with a drink in my hand.
I think that you got to witness the best of me and my love for EDM.
Oh, so fast forward past the first night to second day party. And have you ever been to a day beach club party before?
In like Mexico or something at some point.
Well, I got to be honest. It's your element.
Oh my God,
You
I
belong there.
thrive. I thrive at a day party. Thrive. Absolutely thrive.
Lauren DIY loves to throw a little swimsuit on,
Yes.
show a little butt cheek or two,
Show a little butt cheek.
have a nice little cold drink in her hand.
Yep.
Be able to order
drinky drink.
snacks.
Little snack.
Be able to go from shade to sun.
Yes.
To sun to shade.
Get a little, no makeup on, just sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny. Well, I don't think it's that funny. In Vegas, it's very much a cultural thing to be very well done up at 10 a.m. to go to the beach club.
Oh my God.
And by done up, I mean, it was the women because the dudes were barely,
fine.
they were just phoning it in. They weren't doing anything special.
No. And we mentioned this. Everyone looked like Harry Jazzy, except for not as cute and charming as Harry
Certainly
Jazzy.
not. Yeah.
No. But
Harry would've killed it
everyone
there.
looked like a mini Harry Jazzy.
It was store brand Harry Jazzy.
It was, exactly. It was store brand. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So good for Harry for setting trends.
Have never seen so many fake boobs in my entire life.
There, I didn't count them, but there were several.
Many fake boobs. Yeah, I didn't get the memo that I had to be in like full beat bitches in stilettos. I didn't get the memo.
Pools and heels. Who would have thought those two were here?
Oh my God. And like the amount of girls that we saw that are like messy wasted on the side of the pool in heels, like dancing on this little like 8-inch little ledge, and they're just holding on for dear life. And
What's the insurance policy look like for covering drunk people dancing next to bodies of water with alcohol in the sun for 8 hours at a time every day for 6 months straight?
not entirely sure, but I hope they're insured for a lot.
They would have to be.
Yeah, I hope they're insured
They'd
for
have
a
to
lot. It was so fun though. Oh
Yeah.
my God. There's this, like, I forgot how much I love a day club versus a nightclub. Like everything is just so much better.
You enjoyed it more than me.
I had a great time.
Like I had a good
And
time.
you know what though too? I made the decision that because there was like talks of potentially going to another club that night. And I was like, absolutely the fuck not. It's like, I can do a day drink situation or a night drink situation. I do not have the capacity to do both. So I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And so I was like, I'm gonna have a great time, have a little drank here, and I'm gonna go for dinner with everyone and then take my ass to bed.
I will say, I don't think I can do sunshine and a club at night. That's the thing that I think that got me most.
Yeah, 100%. Like to be
God,
baking
we sound
in
like
the
we're
sun.
97 years old.
I
But
know,
it's such
I know.
There's something that just makes you want to just go home and sleep immediately after being in the sun.
Okay, but like even when you were a kid and you go
Right.
to the beach for a day, you come home and take the world's best nap in the entire world. Like,
True.
That's not a secret.
It's true.
And
But
then
I'm
add
not
some
someone,
alcohol into there.
I'm not someone who wakes up after nap and wants to go do anything.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm like, when I'm down, I'm down. That's why I try to stay up.
I can nap and rally.
You're the queen of nap and rally.
I am the queen
You do
of
it
nap and
Monday
rally.
through Saturday and then also Sunday and then back on Monday again.
I love nap
Like
and
you're
rally.
going to probably nap and rally tonight.
I'm not gonna nap and rally. I can't nap
You
tonight.
probably nap and then like go watch a television show.
Oh, sometimes I'll sneak
Yeah.
a little nap in. Yeah,
See,
before
exactly.
a TV show.
Point is, I think we navigated Vegas as too near geriatrics as well as possible.
I think so too. And oh my God, saw Angus from Euphoria.
Yes.
Almost died. Saw Winnie Harlow as well too, who is stunning. Like so stunning that I like lost my breath.
People moved out of her way even before security made them.
100%.
It was like, oh, she's coming through. We have to move.
Also, Angus had like 4 security guards like walking on all sides of him.
Yeah, with like a
Oh my God, you know who we also saw? No, I think we're at the bathroom for this. I saw a dude with sign.
yeah. I was in the bathroom, but I came back and saw a dude without sign.
Dude without sign. Dude with sign taking a picture with his sign.
That's pretty big.
I haven't seen it on his account yet, but I think it said day drinking, overnight drinking or something. It was definitely like a paid ad.
Babe, that's you.
I know, dude with sign. I fully agree.
Should we do a sign of the pod?
I would love dude with sign. I think he's New York
Does
based.
dude with sign talk?
Does
he speak? We heard him talk?
Don't know.
Okay. Do you think it was his idea?
No, I don't think so because Dude with Sign is a brand
Right.
that's owned by because they just
It's like
came
Dodo or
out.
something.
No. They just launched Dudette with Sign.
Oh, okay.
It's owned by a big media. Fuck
Boo.
Jerry. Fuck Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I remember that. Yeah.
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 So I don't know or maybe Dude with Sign came up with his own thing and then Fuck Jerry like acquired Dude with Sign. I don't really know.
Hard to say.
Anyway, starstruck by Dude with Sign.
Right.
Starstruck by Angus.
Yep.
Starstruck by Jesse Pinkman.
Yes.
What's his real name?
Aaron. Not sure, but Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad was there. Walt was not.
Walt was
Spoiler
not.
alert. It's because he doesn't make it.
No. Walt was there the night before.
No.
He's an investor. I saw it on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, we could have
Bryan
a whole-
Cranston?
Yes.
Is an investor in Tao.
Yes.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
feel like that could be fake news.
Because you know who was also there was Food
Kendall
God and Scott Disick. Wow, very close actually that you said that. They're very close. Scott Disick and Food God.
Kendall Jenner was there.
Oh, that's right. She was there. Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were just throwing a name out there.
I bet all of the people we just mentioned are talking about how we were there on their podcast
You're
right now.
so right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
And then we came home and watched Grammys. Well, she watched Grammys while I slept.
Jeremy, I'm not kidding. He came home and slept from 6 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. on the couch. Then we went upstairs and maybe wake for 8 minutes and then slept for another 9 hours after that. It was truly impressive.
When I sleep, I sleep.
When you sleep, you sleep.
When I don't sleep, I don't sleep.
Yeah, watch the Grammys. It was really great. Performances were
Lil
incredible.
Nas X is on another level.
Oh my God, Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow performing together was everything. Also, Justin Bieber did Peaches. You know, I'm a big fan of
Peaches fan.
Big Peaches fan. But I like Peaches acoustic.
Slow down.
Slow down. But he started Peaches with the piano.
And he turned it up.
And then it like dropped.
I'm gonna have to
into
watch
it.
the performance
Yeah,
after
it was
this.
great. I mean, that's what he did when we went to his concert
Did we
too.
DVR it?
Yes.
Can't wait.
I'm sure it's on YouTube now as well too.
But I'm an old geriatric, so I'm going to go and watch it on DVR.
Right. In Canada, we call it a PVR.
Personal video recording?
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for Canada.
Good for Canada.
Miami this week, and then Coachella. I know. Holy shit. We're going to have such good content. And then when do we get some guests on next? Do we have some like surprises?
Well,
Supplies.
I'm gonna, should I name the guests just in case? Or will it hold them accountable if I name the
Name
guests? Okay.
Who's up?
So I guested on Unfiltered with Zane and Heath
Yes, you did.
last week. That is now up if you want to listen to that episode. And so we put a date in the calendar the Wednesday after Coachella to do a Coachella recap.
Okay, got it. Ooh, that'll be good. We'll still
But
make it.
I think that's if everyone is alive
Got it.
and everyone is functioning at a regular human level, then that will be on.
It'll either be a really good podcast or a really scattered podcast.
Right,
We'll find out.
exactly. Could go either way.
It's too bad we don't have like a mobile setup. We'll just do it at Coachella. That could have been fun.
That would be super fun.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun. And then Miami this weekend for
Nerdfest 2022.
Nerdfest 2022. I've never felt so surrounded by wieners.
Wieners?
Wieners.
Sweeners? You purposefully chose an Airbnb filled with wieners. When
No. 3 wieners, 2 buns. There's 2 girls, 3 guys.
Like, our future child's embarrassed just by hearing that. Like, oh, mom.
That was tough. That was tough.
That was tough. Okay.
2 girls, 3 guys.
Yeah.
And Craig's basically like my brother. So it's like, that's like not like a.
And also kind of like your sister.
And also kind of my sister.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I get it, but it's going to be great.
Exactly.
We have good
really
ass
excited.
content coming your way.
I'm excited.
And Latvia, as always, I hope you had a great week. And the rest of the countries as well.
Okay, bye.
Bye, y'all.